And joining me with the latest international film and TV news is Arise correspondent Judita de Silva, who joins us live from London. Hello, Judita.
Hi, how are you? Happy New Week.
Yes, Happy New Week, I tell you. All right, let's get straight to it. Now, after the Venice Festival, it is on to the Toronto International Film Festival, and one of the big premieres of the weekend was the latest installment from the Knives Out franchise. Tell us more.
Yeah, so again, reprising his role as the detective Benoit Blanc, he had Daniel Craig and another all-star cast for this third installment of Knives Out, of the Knives Out Mysteries. So you had the likes of Glenn Close, Mila Kunis, Kerry Washington, Josh Brolin, and a whole host of others. And they did a lot of press, they did the red carpet, and they attended the premiere. As far as actually knowing the plot lines, Netflix is still keeping that very close to their chest because it's aiming for its December 18th premiere. But those who are lucky enough to have seen it in Toronto, know that it's a new twist. Ryan Johnson has said that it's taking it in a new direction. It's more gothic. It explores more themes of family and mysticism and the fallibility of humanity. So he's going deeper with this new film.
Okay, so looking at how far Knives Out the movies have come, has their success been something unexpected for Ryan Johnson, the creator and director?
I mean, I would say it has, because if you remember when Knives Out came, the first one, it came on the back of Ryan Johnson kind of having a pretty grey period as far as public opinion, because he had done that second installment of the Star Wars franchise that almost caused a civil war in the loyalist Star Wars fan base, because it wasn't really that well received as a Star Wars film. And to have a kind of bomb on that level of franchise, it's not a great thing, because it was supposed to be the film that put Ryan Johnson on the map. So this has become a salvation that he probably wasn't expecting, but is very supremely grateful for, which explains why he dedicates so much time to making each of these films, because they plucked him from a potential obscurity, having had such a negative reception to the Star Wars film, and being able to, and because the first film was so successful, he's able to attract an all-star cast for every film. And these are like Oscar nominees.
So
Emmy
there's no
winners,
time,
Golden
no
Globe
final
winners,
video.
so it's very impressive.
First phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is building up for another Avengers film, which will be Avengers Doomsday. And one of the actors is giving an update. Tell us, who's the actor?
Yeah, so it's Alan Cumming. So he was at the Emmy Awards for the Craft Emmys, and he won Best Host for a reality competition for the reality show The Traitors. And on the red carpet, they were asking him like, oh, how does it feel? Because he's going to be reprising his role as Nightcrawler, the blue German mutant who's got all the tattoos and the pointy tail, from the cartoons and from the film. And he actually said that he's completed filming. He's wrapped his entire section. All his shoot days are done, and it's in the can, which shows just how far the wheels are turning on this film, which is set to come out in December of 2026. So they really are going gung-ho for this film.
I actually love Nightcrawler's character. All right, so quite a number of former stars of the Marvel superhero films are set to make an appearance in the next Avengers. So is this Marvel studio attacking the deck for success?
I mean, you've got to say it does look that way, because when you think about it, it's reported that it's going to have think all the way back to the X-Men movies, because Nightcrawler was a character from X2 back in 2002. They've got James Marsden, they've got Rebecca Romijn, they've got Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart. They've then got a lot of the returning ones from the earlier phases of the Marvel films. So Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and Anthony Mackie, a whole host of them, as well as Tom Hiddleston. So it's kind of everyone who has ever attracted a fan base to the MCU. They're kind of putting them all together. So you bring your fans, you bring your fans, you bring your fans. And hopefully, I think the formula is fill out the cinemas, because let's face it, since the post-COVID phase of MCU, where they were pushing stuff onto the Disney Plus streaming platform, they've struggled to have hits. With China also not releasing the films, they've struggled to have box office success. So they really need a win come the next Avengers film.
They actually did a win. That just shows you the importance of Asia, because if China is not, should I say, buying into the idea, then it's a problem. All right, so Oscar winner Russell Crowe is back with a new World War II drama that has people praising his return to form. What's that about?
Yeah, so it's a film called Nuremberg, and it's directed by James Vanderbilt, and it tells the story of the first ever trial that was first ever of the Nuremberg trials post World War II, where the Nazi leaders were basically brought to justice. And this was the trial of Hermann Goering, who was seen as the number two to Adolf Hitler. It's played by Russell Crowe, and his two co-stars are Rami Malek, who plays an army psychiatrist, and Leo Woodall, who plays a translator. And people are saying that what Russell Crowe, because he actually learned German specifically for this role. And what they're all bringing between the triad of actors is something that looks very impressive. And it's kind of, when you think back to, they've actually mentioned Ron Howard's Cinderella Man was the last time they've seen Russell Crowe deliver a dramatic performance on this level. This is hacking back to why everyone puts Russell Crowe on the map as a great dramatic actor.
Okay, as a wrap up now, could this film go on to be an award, contender this season?
I think so, but this is something between you and I. We'll have to wait and see whether the tone of this of Hollywood, based on what's going in Gaza right now, would be warmed to a film that talks about the atrocities towards Jewish people when there are unanswered atrocities towards the Palestinians. So it makes for some very interesting parasocial environment around award season when it comes to this film.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Judita, for your time today. It's always a pleasure having you on the show. All right, so yes, that's it from us here in Lagos. It's been fun serving you the stories and the news today on 360. I am Mini Ken now on Yokolo, and remember to catch it every weekday at 5 p.m. right here on the Rise News channel. So until tomorrow, this has been Arise 360. Thank you for watching.